My brother, we must be very careful to, in the spirit of Jay Electronica, not condemn Kim for bringing the virus here.
Don't be xenophobic. Don't be like Trump and call it the China virus.
You see that? The China virus. I like that.
That was fucked up.
The Kong flu.
The reality is, though, and
I
just want to get this out of the way. The reality is that there are wet markets in China where there's people handling bats and ducks and pigs,
Insane.
and they're basically. I just heard Sam Harris say this. So anybody, if you want to accuse me of plagiarism, that's totally fine. But he was saying that those people in those markets are basically agents of bioterrorism without realizing it, because in that environment they can basically cook up viruses that are going to be super powerful, and that's where like repeatedly these viruses keep coming from, is from like disgusting conditions out there. So
didn't SARS come from there too? Not from there, but those kind of markets.
Yeah, exactly. And
it came from bats.
It's like the government, as much as the Chinese government probably doesn't want to like give in to American demands, if that's what it ends up looking like, but they're going to have to at a certain point just be like, okay, these things need to change, because we need to have standards for keeping shit clean, even in parts of the world. But it's a bizarre thing to imagine, like American interventionism on behalf of like keeping people's food and animal supplies clean. Like, how much at a certain point are we really going to be able to police the disgusting things that people do in private with animals?
My brother, they want you to believe that this is how it happened.
Do you still have friends who are like that? Because Lavelle is like one of those who's like all up on his story, telling how everybody's brainwashed and how this is government control.
I believe all of it.
You really believe that?
I believe this is like
my God,
a test on some new world order shit to get us all in the house and get us all scared and fucking. I believe it.
But so you don't believe that there's actually a virus that
No,
Kevin Durant tested positive for today?
No. I believe that this is a thing, but I just believe that they released it themselves.
What?
And
You think the Chinese cooked up this virus to unleash upon their own people?
The world, there's one government. There's no such thing as separate governments.
This is not true. There's
clearly
it's
the world
I don't want to
governments.
spread false narratives.
Listen,
on
Yeah,
you.
house phone
my
is
brother.
on some Jay Electronica
Did you
shit.
guys
It's
see
not having it.
that it came from bats, which transferred to, they're not armadillos, but they look like armadillos. Someone fact checked it.
I
but
forget what it's called. What's that animal?
It's a weird looking
it's a
animal.
fucking super weird ass name.
It's a weird ass animal, and apparently that one is the most not trafficked, but
in my mind,
Yeah.
the wet markets where they just have a whole bunch of different animals and they're all just rubbing together and there's just pee and poop and just all kinds of. Ugh. In my mind,
yeah.
it's like the grossest place on earth, and I in my mind, the vision I have.
We don't need to condemn those people. That's
what
part
I
of their
don't think
culture.
either, yeah.
It's because apparently they the people that buy those animals, they want to see them killed in front of them, because apparently that's just part of their culture. And so
I did do that with a chicken one time in China, yeah. But it was in a pretty clean market for the most part, though. It felt like a pretty sanitary chicken killing.
Fortunately, I have not seen someone kill my animal before I eat it.
The unfortunate part, though, is that, yes, we cannot condemn those people or their culture, but we have to absolutely condemn the part of their culture that is creating such unsanitary concerns that, like, kids can't go to school for a few months. Like, the whole world has to change to accommodate the fact that this is going to keep happening.
The scary part is that they knew about the virus before they told the entire world.
Right.
Yeah.
Talk to me about how this has changed you guys' lives. Has it been weird for you, house phone, to not really be able to go out and just rage and hit the warehouse shows like you normally do all the time?
I love that you just condemn me to the warehouse, my brother.
So I assume that you have like the exact same lifestyle as before
Before the warehouse?
Well, before now, like when I've met you, I assume you're on the same shit of like running around the streets, being in the warehouses. No,
I've been trying to be fucked up in the crib anyway. So this is like just more of an excuse for me to just chill out and just be in the crib and just working on shit that I've been, planning and working on anyway. So I'm not really tripping.
Yeah, it's like as much as everybody is terrified, I feel like in a weird way, there's also a sense of sort of like communal relief in a weird way of like, oh, well, so we all just get to stay home, so we don't have to be working our asses off all the time like we've been doing for like the past many decades. Like, as bad as it is, there is like that sense of a lot of people like
interesting silver lining.
Wow, so we're just staying home.
Also,
like, this is kind of all right.
Well, for me, I feel like I've been wanting to stay home and like practice my craft or whatever. And before I felt somewhat guilty. I'm like, okay, but I should be out hustling.
Right.
But now I'm like, okay, well, this is exactly what I
Everybody's in the
wanted.
lab. Everybody's in album mode now.
Exactly.
Everybody's in album mode,
literally
no, facts.
everybody.
What are you about to say?
Only thing though, this shit was kind of fucking up. Well, I mean, it's fucking up everybody's like
fucking up everyone's.
revenue and you know, them working and shit like that. I mean, we don't have traditional jobs, so thank God we don't really have to worry about that. We can just sit here at this damn table,
Right.
Stay far away from each other. But I'm working
it's
on.
not a group of 10, so it's fine. We're fine.
But I'm like working on a secret project, and that kind of got pushed back a little bit because the factory that we were doing shit in was in Portugal. And they were outsourcing materials for this project in Italy.
Oh boy.
And it was
Everything
like, oh
shut down.
yeah, so that was not happening. But
That's the crazy part about this.
we found a way around it though.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
but
good.
hopefully,
South America has no coronavirus as far as we know up to this point.
I don't know, but hopefully when the stuff is ready, it will be like America will still be taking shipments.
What do you guys think about that? Trump saying it might last till July or fucking August.
It seems common sense to me, to be honest, that like
think?
the idea that this is only going to last a couple weeks seems very, very
Yeah.
conservative when you think that they're just rolling out testing for a lot of it now. It's almost like every day we find out about a new celebrity or another new group of
know.
people where it's going crazy. Drake might have it.
Yeah.
That's
Drake
crazy.
might have it.
Why? Because he was in the club with 21 Savage.
He was
right?
kicking it with Kevin Durant, and four other players on his team. Who's the Nets?
Yeah, Knicks.
Knicks.
Nets?
I don't know.
I was right the first time.
Yeah.
I am a basketball guy now. I work for BarstoolSports.com. Go check out our merch.
ESPN.
And basically,
Ew.
yeah, where did that come from? I've been doing some awkward coughing today.
That's scaring me.
Nah, I'll be all
You're
right.
definitely like more susceptible to dying.
I have not
than
been
we are.
around anybody besides my employees and my girlfriend and my family and Brandon Beacon's girlfriend for many
knows?
days now.
Who knows
But
what
then
they've
it's
been
like,
doing?
who have they been around? And they've been around, and
They've been around.
I went out riding, and actually, I've been around a shitload of my BMX friends because that's mostly what I've been doing with my time since this has happened. Is like going to the skate park and stuff. And actually, wow, we went to the Echo Park skate park today, and that place is fucking tiny. It is so tight. Yuri, have you been there? Oh, it's so
I
miniature.
didn't even know they had.
I didn't know
over
they
there.
had one either. To be
They
honest.
just built it. It's right on the highway, so you get all the enjoyment of being at a skate park, and then also being like broken down on the side of the highway because the highway is right here. It's like cars buzzing by. They're gonna have to build a huge metal fence so that these cars don't come off the highway and like kill people. Also,
yeah. What if a car just flew off the edge or something?
yeah, no, it's going to happen if they don't build a giant metal fence, and even then, it might still happen. But
Jeez.
I do want to say that besides getting to go to more skate parks with the homies, another good thing about this for me on a personal level I honestly forgot what I was going to say, but it's been cold as fuck and it's been raining too, which is almost
Yeah.
worse than the coronavirus.
Yeah, it makes
I feel like-
it makes everything feel just
Yeah.
depressing and
Because everybody's staying in. Can you imagine if it was 90 outside right now? And,
Nah, that would
and
suck.
everybody was forced to stay in?
That would suck because then your ratchet activities would want to come out even more.
I don't think that people would really stay home. I feel like it being the winter is very convenient right now.
Apparently, the virus can't survive
I was
in
gonna
the
say,
heat
in
anyway.
heat.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It might go away
They're
for
saying
the
that that's
summer
like
if we're lucky.
I was like watching some like I follow this Instagram called like Black Vegan the Tube or something like that.
Black vegan
brother.
tube. My brother. No wonder you
Literally, my
changed up your whole
brother.
flow.
I swear to
lately.
God, no. You guys think this is a joke? Like my brothers, listen, we're all sheeps.
You
But
also
anyway.
said you would not listen to the Jay Electronica album, which for me, I've listened to it a few times.
'Cause
So
he's
I
Jewish.
was hurt. Oh no.
I'm basically just like completely
crip.
uninterested in any type of conscious rap. So
my brother.
my brother,
Even as you get older, there's no trickle of like wanting to be smarter or
bro,
wanting to learn
yeah,
about the world.
and everything else except for music. Like, give me that. Put that
He
Summers
likes
on.
to like the warehouse
Put that Summers
vibes.
on. Throw that fucking, throw that Zaman on.
Today I watched a video of you. Well, I don't know if you were there, but his father just like spitting in this
Oh, yeah.
white girl's mouth
saw
from
that.
the stage.
Oh, yeah,
that was so disgusting.
And let me
The
just
look on
say-
her face.
Why do
Let me-
people love getting their mouth
Look,
spat on?
let me just say that whole show. That's when we were on tour. It was like November 2018. That whole tour we were all like, that was the sickest I've ever been in my whole life. In my whole life, my voice didn't come back for like a year after that. Like my voice was completely gone.
You were smoke perped out.
That girl was begging him to spit in her mouth the entire show.
I wonder if she goes to
got
other
sick.
shows and does that as well. You think
She's
at,
patient zero.
I'm thinking
Oh,
that.
do you think she's at like the Metallica concert next week trying to get James to spit in her mouth?
Who the fuck is James?
Singer of Metallica. You probably could have put that together yourself.
I thought that was like the stage manager or something. I don't know.
The stage manager. No,
The
but
stage manager
dude,
spitting in her mouth.
It's so funny because every old clip of somebody doing something that's super unhygienic is now going viral again because it's like everybody all of a sudden is like
your
way more
girl's
concerned.
licking fucking
Your girl.
Your girl.
Ava
Your
Louise,
homegirl.
I mean,
your best friend.
it kind of sucks because she clearly did that to go viral. So any negative attention that I give her because of the fact that she did that,
It's like exactly what she wants.
you know,
So,
that's what she wants. She
let's not
knows
even
she's a
speak
piece
about
of
her.
trash, and she's just kind of rolling with it, right?
I
You
just
wouldn't
think-
do that. I saw a girl, a porn girl.
Do the same thing?
No, she was bent over in the bathroom. She set up her phone on the plane. She bends over and she fucking takes her finger and shoves it in her asshole and then sucks it.
I mean,
That's
she probably knew her
disgusting.
asshole was clean though.
Yeah, but she put it on Twitter too. She probably didn't know. She
That's
probably
her own
A lot
asshole.
of porn girls are just kind of down. It tastes a little poopy. Don't really bother them too much.
Yeah.
One time, never mind.
You fed a turd to a girl?
Nah, just one time I like put my face there and it smelled, my hands and face and beard smelled like ass for like, I washed it multiple times. And I was like,
I mean, I've told my story about getting a little turd nug in my mouth when I was eating an ass one night, but I'm not going to tell that story again.
there was no
You
visible.
chew it up or you spit it out.
I like wipe my tongue on the side of her ass to get rid of it. NoJumper.com. Like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want one of these, you know where to go. And then No Jumper Facebook too. Link is down in the description. Some good stuff going on over there. Appreciate y'all watching this.